welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be giving you a tour of our homeschool room. So if you enjoy this type of content and other homeschool and lifestyle content, please remember to subscribe and let's get into it. So right before we left for Africa, we had this whole space that I'm sitting in redone. So there's videos kind of on that process and me talking more about it. And I did do a tour as I had just quickly put things together because it was done 2 weeks basically before we left. I quickly put things together here, but there was still a lot that wasn't quite done. I was still waiting on a few baskets to organize things. I didn't have pictures on the wall. I have a picture here and there's some on this wall behind me. And our bathroom wasn't completely finished. So there was a lot of things still in the works. And so today I'm just gonna give you a full tour of everything again and show you some of those updated things that you didn't get to see before. One thing I wanna mention before we start the tour is that it took a long time to create a space like we have now. When we first started homeschooling, so we're going into our 10th year of homeschooling, I basically just had the kitchen table and one book. You know, it was very simplified, and eventually we got a little kids table and a few other like one bookshelf, and then it just grew from there. And then we moved from California to here, and we had a space. We were specifically looking for a house that had a separate space that we could have as a homeschool room. And so luckily we were able to find something like that, but this room has changed a lot over the years. If you've gone through and been with us for a long time, you have seen how it has changed. And ideally, I always wanted it to have really big bookcases where we could just store all of our books in this space and it all be in one spot together. And I didn't quite have a vision for it when we first moved in, you know, and we couldn't afford to have done it then either. But it's been a process. And so if you are new to homeschooling, or if you've been homeschooling for years, your space does not have to look like ours. This functions well for what we need it right now, but also can be functional in the future, even when we're not homeschooling. And that's why I created it this way. And so create a space that you love, and it might take time to figure that out, or to have a space that you can even create into a homeschool room or area, right? You might just have a kitchen table and maybe that's what you prefer. But this is something that we had looked forward to for a long time, and I was glad when it all finally came together. Okay, so this is the homeschool room. I will try my best. This window adds so much light, so to see the stuff over here is sometimes a little tricky, but we'll work on it. This picture of Christ is new, and my goal was always to have a picture of Christ up there. I think this one's called Protecting the Innocent, and it was hard to find one that was gonna be big enough for the space without paying tons and tons of money. So I finally found this one after looking and looking, and I really like it. You can get it framed. I just like the canvas look, so that's what we got. So this whole wall right here has a variety of things on it, I guess. I designed this part right here to look a little bit more aesthetically pleasing because you can see it from our kitchen. So when anybody comes into our house, this is what they'd see, is right here, basically from here over, especially this. So we'll start here and then we'll go around the room. But I just put some decor, some of it's random. This is from Benin, from Africa. These containers, I linked them last time I did a tour, and they're from Target. I wanted some hard, nice containers that were sturdy and that looked nice, right? So I put those up there. They have mostly our science curriculum that we don't use right now. These are all of our Shutterfly books that go over several years, and then just some random decor. This is a drawer that has some pens, pencils, paper, extra paper for the printer. And then down here, I don't know if I had this finished last time or not. I was working on it, but this is where my kids' curriculum goes now. So my two oldest are on the top. I've mostly switched out their curriculum for the fall. My son is still working on some of his math. And, well, all of them kind of are, but his takes up a lot of space. So he still has a lot of math in there. My two younger kids that are in school only need one bin. So these two have another bin behind. I don't think you can really see, but there are more bins behind with like their extra reading books and all that kind of stuff, whereas my younger two just need the one. So that is what's in this little cupboard. And then there's filing cabinets. And that just mostly has some random like ABC type practice stuff. And then a few other things that we might use for like kindergarten and things. And then all my kids' headphones sit in the back too, because we have this like awkward space. And so I was like, look, we can put headphones back there. So, and then extra, like this one has construction paper and binding paper and stuff like that. And then books, lots of books. Some of these are like church books. I tried to keep the little kids' books on the bottom on both sides so that they're not like climbing the shelves. And then yearbooks for me and my husband, baby books, some wedding books. And then these are my kids' baby books right here. And then the beige one is one I'm working on with just some old pictures and trying to organize them a little bit better. But all those are their baby books. I did like 1 year per child. I was like, I can do that. But some of them took up 2 books. As we got more kids, we took more pictures and had smartphones. So we needed more books. And then there's these cabinets down here. These two just have like scriptures. We have so many extra scriptures that I used as a missionary. I got when I was 8, because that's an important age in our church. That's when we get baptized. And then my husband studies a lot of languages. So we have tons of resources in lots of different languages. So that's what's down there. This one over here is basically empty. It has like the little bells that you play. My kids played for Let's Play Music. So these little bells, that's really all that's in there. And then this side, more books. Which is why I wanted this space to be like this, because we just have so many books. And so we created a space to help put them. So again, more little kids books on the bottom. And then in our homeschool closet, we used to just have so many sections of books like space, camping, cooking. Some of these are nature. Even up here, they're split into different Christmas, there's Halloween, there's Valentine's Day. So I pulled them out so we could just see them and make it easier too for my big kids to read them. And then these are curriculum books. Some of those are from The Good and the Beautiful that they use for language arts. Some are just extra ones I bought. And then we have like the heroes, Christian heroes, then and now, or heroes of history. So there's a few of those, and then like classics, the simplified classic books up there, as well as more like curriculum stuff up here. And then decor, so we have a Africa drum, an Africa nativity with Mary and baby Jesus. And then our skylight is right here. And these are my kids' piano books that do piano, because we have our piano right here, another drum. And then we took this wall and put all of our art from different places in the world. So some of this is from China. I lived in China for 4 months when I was 20. Yes, 20. And so those scrolls, that side and this one, are from when I was in China that time. My husband went to China a few years ago with our oldest son. My husband was there for work. And so he got that Great Wall picture, and I just framed it to protect it because it's thread, like it's exposed like embroidery. And then Africa, like these are from Benin, and then this is from Haiti. It used to be up in my little kids' room, but my husband loves this painting so much, so we tried to put it somewhere where we'd see it more. So that's kind of our display. All of the ones from China hadn't been displayed anywhere because we just didn't have any place to put them. They were just in a closet. And then obviously we just got those ones, and then that one was upstairs. So it's really nice now to have a place to put them. And then I didn't even mention the table. This used to be our kitchen table. We took the leaf out to put it back here because otherwise it would have been too big. And we got a new kitchen table that's a little longer, so it fits our family just a little better. So we already had like these chairs. I got that chair from Wayfair because I have a few other ones like that one and I really like them. And then these chairs we already had also. I think these are also from Wayfair or from Joss and Main. And then I just have markers, scissors, colored pencils, all that kind of stuff in these containers. And then I don't know where we want to put this. This is also from Africa. It's a Mancala set. So right now I just have it sitting here. So if the kids want to play it, that's where it can go. And then on this wall, we just have our whiteboard, and I turned it the other way. It used to be on the wall that the picture of Jesus is now on before we put shelves there. And then there's a clock, but it just seemed better right here. And then I'm gonna show you the bathroom because we redid the bathrooms last fall and I finally have them decorated. So I'm excited. Let me turn the light on so you can kind of see. Oh gosh, okay. So we did tile because we redid our floors, and the old flooring went into the bathroom and it was just like a yucky laminate. It was in really bad condition. So we had someone come in and do tile. I've done tile before, but I didn't want to do it. And so then we got like new toilets, new sink. It already had a pedestal sink, but it was like a rounded one. And I liked the square, like this rectangle, I guess. And then towel holders. These were from Amazon. This was from Amazon. The mirror and the light, all from Amazon. And so I can link those below. And then I made these shelves. We have two bathrooms that are basically the same and they're right next to each other. And so I made shelves for both of them and have spent a while decorating them. I still need to figure out what to put in this frame. I might just print out like a saying or something. But I got both of them done and decorated. Some of the stuff I already had, some of it's from Amazon, like these little different kind of balls. I don't even know what you call these. And container, I liked these bases. This one also came with that set. And then some of the stains I already had, like I had made those and crafted them. And then these were like $2 at Hobby Lobby. They were like on super sale for those candlestick holders, whatever they're called. So anyway, it's finally decorated in here and I'm so excited. And then I'll just basically open the closet door because I've shown it so many times and it's so hard to see because it's just really dark. This is an exterior door. It goes to the side of our house. But this whole room, if you didn't know, used to be a beauty salon. That's what it was made for, not for us, but for a family that lived here before. And so this huge closet they put in for like product, you know, for doing hair. So now we get to use it. So it just has lots of extra school stuff, math, science, binding coils, my daughter's violin. That's the safest place for it. So that's where it is right now. And then a few other school books that I didn't really want to sit out on the shelves. They just really didn't have a place, but we might still use them. So markers, sensory bins, some activities. And then this is where I put like our morning basket stuff. I have a cart with art in it, games, like educational games. We have other just fun games downstairs, but these are more educational options. And then down here is more like STEM and sensory. A lot of these types of things are more for my littlest kids, which is why they're where they can get to them and stuff, so that they're not getting up on the other shelves unless they ask, because some of the stuff's messier or things like that, or they might need help to play with it. So, but all this stuff down here they can play with and it's not a problem. So that's what the homeschool closet looks like. All right, so that's a tour of our homeschool room. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that our room inspired you, maybe gave you some different or new ideas. Comment down below and let me know how you homeschool. Is it in an actual room? Is it at your kitchen table? Because we have done that before too. I'd love to hear. Maybe it's in your kids' bedrooms, because I have some kids that prefer to do their schoolwork in their bedrooms. So let me know what you prefer to do and what you like to do, or maybe what your dream is, because that would be cool too, to read some of your ideas. And remember to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you next time.